A very pleasant good afternoon as we welcome you in to another edition of the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead show. And you may notice if you are viewing today's show that we are not at our customary home at Quaker Steak and Lube in State College. Always appreciative of Jeff Powers and the wonderful crew at Quaker Steak and Lube for providing our normal home on Tuesday and Thursday afternoons. By the way, my apologies. No show on Tuesday again because of some family obligations I had to take care of. So we apologize for that. So we'll fit in two shows worth of thoughts.
Absolutely.
Shouldn't be hard for us in one show here this afternoon. And but so we ended up we're at Medler Field at Lebrano Park. We will be back at Quaker Steak and Lube on Tuesday, but we're here for the PIAA Baseball Championships. I'm ready to root passionately for Indiana. Go Indiana. Huh?
How dare you?
Is that not what's happening? Indiana taking on Holy Ghost Prep. Why are we pulling for Holy Ghost Prep there, dear Goon?
That's my brother. My brother Craig, who played basketball at LaSalle University in the 90s, late 80s, 90s. He's the athletic director for Holy Ghost Prep. So their fourth time up here in 5 or 6 years, I believe.
Crazy and impressive.
Playing Indiana, who's been here for 3 straight years. Holy Ghost Prep got them 2 years ago, and then Indiana won it last year. So they were great games that they were playing the last couple of years. So interested to see how these guys do, because it's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a good game. If the last couple times they played together is any indication, we're in store for a good game.
Yeah, this is fun. This is about as good as it gets. Looks like the weather. We're supposed to get storms, I think, much later, is at least what we're being told. So, yeah, it is, and it's a little warm, but there's a nice breeze going, at least from the fans' perspective. This should be a wonderful day. It does look like, I'm looking at the flags, looks like the wind is actually blowing out a bit. So maybe one of these kiddos will be able to get a home run here at Medler Field at Lebrano Park in the state championship game.
High school baseball is amazing because, I mean, you and I, we grew up playing baseball. Did you play high at State High baseball?
I did not stay with it in high school.
I got till 15 or 16 tonight, and I was done.
I wish I had. I don't think we had some very good players. I don't think I would have made it, but kind of wish I would have just stuck with it a little bit longer.
Yeah. So my brother Craig, right there, the guy 10 feet in front of you.
Yep.
Played at LaSalle. Went to 3 NCAA tournaments when they were playing back then, Lionel Simmons era. Great teams. Great teams. And, he's out here. So he got into the baseball thing. He was coaching baseball at Germantown Academy. Then he went to coach basketball at Episcopal Academy. But that cat right there was all city as a freshman and sophomore pitcher and first base.
Is that right?
Yeah. As a freshman and sophomore. And, you're all city in Philadelphia. In the Philadelphia area, you're going to bring in the South Jersey arena. In South Jersey, unbelievable baseball. But that cat right there was first team all Philadelphia city area as a sophomore, pitcher and an outfielder. And then was a really good basketball player. He's 6'7", so he's my size. But he went on a very successful 1,000-point, 1,000-rebound guy in college and all that stuff. But he just goes back to it all the time. He just didn't want to play football, but then I'm telling you, when he got done basketball and he was coming up here and hanging out with us in '94, he'd be like, "Damn it!" Because look at him. I mean, he's broad as hell.
Oh yeah.
He's a thinner version of me. Got the shoulders and the width and all that stuff. But unbelievable athlete, lefty.
Even better.
Unbelievable.
Even better.
He was just throwing that slider, slooping curveball like Steve Carlton back in the day, man.
Well, while we're bragging about family, sure. I will I will share the news. It was we posted the team photo on Facebook, but we don't like to brag or anything. But
the Bananas win.
The Crazy Bananas may or may not be the State College Little League AAA minor league champions.
There you go.
Fun team, great coaches. I mean, really good coaches. They have it in the right perspective. Kids learned a lot, had a lot of fun. I think they ended on like a 10-game win streak at the end of the year and through the playoffs. So, again, it's a very minor level of baseball, but a lot of fun. Just see the kids interact with each other. We had one of our kiddos on the team, one of the better players, actually broke his wrist in an outside of baseball accident and was unable to play. I'm trying to think. I don't think he was in any of the playoff games. At least was not in the last two for sure. But anyways, they had a lot of fun. The Mad Turtle was the starting catcher, caught the first 3 innings of the game, and then finished up out in the outfield. But it was very, very fun season, and obviously great memories when you're able to win a championship at any level in any sport. That's just fun for those that are involved. So
what's he into next?
Well, waiting to hear on the whether the rock climbing gym will open back up in the fall, but he'll do summer baseball league, and he's got a full summer of scouting events coming up, and that's a good way to start the game.
Back-to-back strikeouts.
Yeah,
there you go.
Got him looking on that one. So Holy Ghost Prep, the home team here for this championship game, and 2 quick outs on strikeouts to open up the contest here against Indiana. Again, we are doing today's show. Oh, plunked him. Doing today's show up at the at Medler Field at Lebrano Park. Huge thank you to Scott Walker and the State College Spikes for allowing us to do the show here. And Mr. Walker, I believe, will be joining us in the second hour for a while in that 3 o'clock hour of this afternoon's program.
Promo and all. It's like this is your job.
Well, I'm telling you. Well,
Holy
once upon a time.
Jeez.
Way back when I used to.
Do you wake up in the middle of the night thinking you're late to go to work? Has that happened?
That has not happened. I have weird dreams. I don't remember dreams very often, but when I do, they generally are high school, college age dreams, or something with my yes, either work related and yes, or I have a lot of weird ones with either flying or driving.
Really?
It's weird. And the driving ones, I haven't had them in a while, but the last couple ones that I remember more vividly, it was driving, and then all of a sudden you're out of control. Like I'm driving, and it's just like, well, here we go, we're off the road, and then I wake up. But it's crazy.
When I do my the show in the fall, I'm going to institute a lot more Letterman interviews and stuff like that. So I always ask the same questions, and I think I'm going to ask this one and my add-on to the question list, and that is, do you wake up nightmares that you're oversleeping a squat
yeah?
I mean, that is the worst freaking. I mean, I have chills thinking about it right now. So, I mean, for those who don't know, the old man 15 minutes early was 10 minutes late.
Yeah,
it was insane. So he would call a 6 o'clock in the morning meeting, and then you'd be at the meeting, done the meeting before 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
because you were so afraid to have one. You didn't want to be there the last one, and you could be there at 5:50. And if you're the last guy, you're making everybody wait. He's yelling. I have that reoccurring dream on. That's a lot. That happens a lot. I wake up and another one I do is I wake up and I'm failing a class. My senior year, I'm not going to be able to play in the bowl game.
Oh,
it's just like I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I let that slip.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss this game. I'm going to miss the bowl game and all that. So I do have to dovetail that into a great story I saw on this past weekend. We had Wayne Sebastianelli's celebration of life 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah.
Donnie Farrell was in town, our academic advisor, greatest guy in the world. My name is DF. And if I ever see one of them on your report card, I'm going to put my foot in your ass. That's exactly what he said to us our freshman year.
Yeah.
If I ever see one of those on your report card, I'm going to put my foot in your ass. That's how funny that's the kind of guy Donnie Farrell was. That ball's poked.
Oh, man.
Ground rule double.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
A little unfortunate for Indiana because I think if that bounces off the top there and comes back into play, that scores
he
a
was
run.
Getting 3 for sure, and then the guy would have scored. So, the story is that Donnie Farrell got the grades before Joe did, and he was the one who had to break the news to Joe. So guys would travel to a bowl game, and this is back in the day when we would not travel as a team. They would give us money to get to the game on our own, You've told you those stories before. And I walked in there the one time, and I walked in, it was like a busload of 30 guys that had flown down from the Philadelphia area or at the airport within an hour. So us 30 go in, and then there's all the coaches sitting there waiting in our meeting rooms for the week down in Tampa or California or Phoenix, wherever.
Yeah.
And JT, our strength coach, just said it was the funniest thing he's ever seen in his life, and that was that I walked in the room and Donnie Farrell stands up and runs at me, and he goes, "Keith, you did it, baby! You graduated." He goes, "You got a D. You got a D. You're graduating. I'm so proud of you." And I was like, "Yes, I got a D. I struggled to get that D. It was just complete laziness and stupidity on my part. I didn't turn a project in. I was just a pain in the booty. I was done with school. I was completely fried. And you got a D, Keith. You graduated. You got a D. And JT says, "Wow, we were. I never saw two guys celebrate a D that much in my life." I was like, "Hey, college graduate, baby. That's all that mattered."
Fantastic.
Keith, you got a D. You graduated, baby. You did it. Yes. We're hugging
all around.
Oh, it was great. Absolutely great. That was my second favorite Donnie Farrell story.
Oh, did he throw it away? Yeah, I couldn't see the
2 runs for Indiana.
Wow.
Swinging bunt, pitcher over through first base. Wow. Jeez. So Donnie Farrell, my other funny story with DF was he always took my mother. He was my mother and my father, so he didn't mind dropping a few curse words at you. The old man and the staff, they didn't really rely heavily too heavily on the cursing. Donnie would get at you, and then he'd be scared straight pretty much. He goes, "You want me to call your mama? You want me to call Joe? Who do you want me to call?" I'd be like, "Call Joe. Don't call my mom. Don't call my mom, Donnie, please. Come on." He'd be like, "I'll call your mama right now. You're going to get in trouble. She'll whip your ass." And I'm like, "Oh, man, no. I'll take Joe. Tell Joe. But Donnie got a lot of guys through school here. It's great to see Donnie down and then at the funeral. Obviously, would love different circumstances and all, but just a good man.
I tell you, I talk every now and then about there's obviously a lot of stories out there surrounding any athletic program. Academic advisors probably have as many stories, like if they wanted to write a book and they could legally get away with telling all that they know, I mean, they would be right up there. I always think them and managers tend to find out some info too that might not normally be available, and actually trainers or medical staff, kind of same thing, especially with if you go through a major injury or if you have repetitive regular injuries, if you will, and you spend a lot of time, you end up there's almost a therapist component to that part of the staff sometimes.
Sure.
But coaches obviously know a lot, but I think sometimes it's the
They know the dirt. The
yeah, but
strength
it's
coaches, your athletic trainers, your academic. I say this all the time to my friends, and it was like, what is it that why is that relationship that much more solid with guys like that, or equipment managers, trainers, and this and that? And it's because they see you at your absolute worst.
yeah.
They see you, when you're in that wrestling room, and you got a kid sitting there saying, "I can't freaking do this.
Yeah.
I can't do it." And it's that self doubt that creeps in there, and you're going to sit there and say, I'm never going to wrestle here. I'll never wrestle here. I will never touch the field here. I'm just not good enough. And it's that doubt that enters your mind,
Yeah.
And it's up to them. They're shrink. They're part mom, part dad. They got to put the foot up the butt a couple times and this and that, but they also got to stroke you. They got to love you a little bit too.
Yeah.
And that's why those relationships you build with those people, because I'm telling you, they are. And then they're the people you see all the time. We don't see our football coaches, especially when I played versus now.
Yeah.
Now it's these guys are seeing these guys 5 days a week, 360, 52 weeks a year. Then they may get 2 or 3 weeks off a year where they're not seeing, but you're seeing your coaches all of the time, where we would just see them during the season in the spring, and that was it. So the people that you were tightest with was our athletic trainers. Wayne Sebastianelli is our team doctor, athletic trainer, sports strength and conditioning training staff. I mean,
yeah.
I had 3 of those guys in my wedding, for heaven's sake. That I considered 3 of my closest friends in this world were 3 of my strength coaches at Penn State.
Yeah.
But I have a great story for you. We're just all over the place. It's what we do. So, honest to God, and I talk about how the relationship with Donnie Farrell, the academic coordinator, and the players and stuff like that. And you mentioned managers, how sometimes they have a little bit of information. I would tell you about the first time that Joe we were introduced to the staff, and that was, we came up here, we were, Johnny All-Americans, and we had freshman camp for 4 days before the actual team came back. So we were just having our own little football camp, and it was just like, the 36 guys that were in our recruiting class. So the first night we get there, Joe does the introduction of all of his coaching staff, all his support staff, all of this and that. And we're sitting there, and, he introduces the 15 position managers. So the guys that worked at the O-line and D-line, and these are managers from Penn State. They're students at Penn State who are athletic managers or team managers, working their butts off,
Yeah.
And the old man, what he said to us, and he looked at all of us, and again, this is 36 guys that came into our class, or 31 guys, 16 All-Americans in that class. Whatever, we're high and mighty, and the old man just looked at us and was like, points to the managers and says, "They mean more to me than you." He goes, "If I ever hear of any of you disrespecting any of these guys, staff, coaches, support staff, managers, I can replace you easy. I can't replace these guys. You show them the utmost respect that you would show me and my wife and my family, and that's how we had to treat our managers." And it was amazing, because it was like, all right, well, these guys are our guys. And I mean, even at the Celebration of Life, a lot of the guys Wayne's son was an equipment manager, so he had his crew there, and that crew we were all friends and stuff like that. And we always took care of our managers and stuff like that. Great guys, good guys. But it was, it's just funny that the old man would say that I can replace you very easily.
Well, I will say I think that is a big part when you look at successful programs, right, in any sport, really. I do think having that awareness. I mean, Penn State Wrestling talks about gratitude all of the time, and that. But I do think having,
and I love that.
Having an appreciation for what those around you are doing, and a genuine respect for it. I do think it is important, and I think, overwhelmingly anyway, there may be exceptions out there, but I just think the programs that are successful, again, at any level, it is that you you put your head down and you go to work on what you need to work on, but you also recognize that there are a lot of people doing a lot of things on your behalf. And I think, the further you get up, sometimes that can be more difficult to remember to do, right? Once you get to the majors. But you hear stories, and even like at the Jordan Center, when Bernie Punt was running. I mean, Bernie has all kinds of stories, obviously, but the people who were most successful most often, and there are some very distinct exceptions, but it's like, yeah, they treat the people around them and the staff around them and that they interact with, in that case at the Jordan Center, with respect. And it's you don't take stuff for granted. You don't just it's not, you're not expected to be given all kinds of things. And obviously, again, some notable exceptions that Bernie has shared over the years on folks that did come in with a haughtier than thou attitude.
Yeah, there's one in particular. Nice story that I know very well.
And and he got his downfall. And I do think, and I think it went hand in hand. I think there was a lack of respect for those around him, and it was shown in different ways at different phases of his life, as it turns out.
Well, it's a lot like happened here. I always say that, and that is that you start burning bridges, and it's the little people that you're burning, they add up. And when it comes down to it, when it comes down to push comes to shove, and you need those little people to have your back, and they're going to go, well, remember that one time when you were a real jerk? I remember it. Yeah, that's definitely karma. That was a big one with that one. A very big one. By the way, Holy Ghost prep leadoff double. Got some speed on the base pass right now.
Yeah, for sure. Down 2-0, bottom of the first here in the PIAA state championship game. Great setting for it here at Medler Field at Lebrano Park.
With that said, I gotta say the hospital looks absolutely freaking awesome.
It is.
For a while there, it was scaring me what it was looking like.
Yeah.
I said it was almost looking like that was the prison, and our prison looked like a hospital. It looks really, really good now in the distance now.
Yeah.
Look at the old hospital.
It's a lot.
New one.
Yeah, lot going on there. That is for sure.
Big stuff in the Valley of Happiness, right?
Yes, we have the Happy Valley Ironman coming up this weekend, which we're helping to. We're volunteering. I'm not even exactly sure what we're doing, but part of the scouting community service, as our family will be helping out with that event on Sunday, which has really become it's an incredible event in and of itself. To do an Ironman, to do any one of the three legs of the Ironman is impressive in and of itself. To do all three in one athletic event is just, again, a little on the crazy side to me. But looking forward to that. And yeah, the Spikes obviously got their season underway here.
4-4 right now.
The baseball and the softball championships are big part of the spring here for the PIAA high schools. And again, we've had some local teams, Center County teams have had success over the years, but it is neat to see it here in this setting. And again, all the better when you have a personal connection to one of the teams, for sure. Well, that is another awkward. Yeah, I was going to say it was a really high fly ball into very shallow center, and you had four players within 2 yards of that, and it fell right in between all four. And so it is now. This is the thing with baseball. I mean, I guess all sports. It's man. I mean, if that goes another foot, right? Yep. Center fielder has it, or it's. I don't know. It's wild. Pirates with the big comeback last night, and then holding on again. Bullpen trying to give it away, but unable to. And really, really fun win, much needed win, because it felt like Pirates. It would be huge if they can wrap up that series with another win and take the series against the Dodgers after getting swept by the Braves and then getting clobbered once Skeens left the game in the opener of that series with the Dodgers. If they can come back and take that series, the 10-run seventh on.
I mean, as good as he pitched,
that
those
was
5
crazy.
or 6 innings,
Tuesday.
it was like that was. Where the hell was I? It was Tuesday, right?
It was tough to watch. Yeah, we settled in.
So I will tell you that I had some friends in this past week. It all came together like so. Last night, my brother had to come up here for today's game, so we found out Monday. I had already had a basement full of my couple buddies are Navy SEALs, and their kids are high school juniors. So they came up for football camp Saturday or yesterday. Is it deep? Oh, you didn't read it right.
Wow. No, I was going to say.
Yeah, you didn't read that one right.
Third base coach.
So we had, I had Slater's buddies in this past week, this Tuesday and Wednesday night. And then my brother-in-laws all come through last night because they had to go to some work trip and stuff like that down. They drive through Steakhouse. And my house was completely mashed full. So we were out watching baseball at the Lube Tuesday night. So I watched. I walked into the bar. They were pulling Skeens, and I was like, "Oh man, that's a pretty good line and this and that." Get down. That's 2.
Yep, should be.
And then then they get that 10-run inning right there, and it was like, "Holy crap!" I couldn't believe it. Wow, there we go, 2-2. Great game.
Still just 1 out. Bottom of the first here. Again, Holy Ghost Prep and Indiana now tied at 2 in the bottom of the first.
So Holy Ghost Prep is now officially part of the Philadelphia Catholic League. They were never. I mean, it was the first team that was actually been. They've been cutting schools from the Catholic League for they've been closing schools down for decades now. I think Holy Ghost. When they joined the Philadelphia Catholic League, I think that's the first edition of a Philadelphia Catholic League team since the 60s, 70s, maybe.
Wow. No, that's good stuff.
Yeah, that was big news. That was my brother had a lot to do with that. He won't admit it, but him being a Catholic League guy in the Philadelphia area, and
no, that's good.
They're all right there. It's all within driving distance, and everything's close. So, great school, great hockey. Great hockey, great baseball, all that stuff. So, no football yet. I don't know really they're going to do it. He doesn't know. They don't have a football program, but they definitely have a hell of a hockey program, and obviously the baseball team's doing rather well too.
Yeah, I would say so. Again, a chance here. 1 out. They have runners at second and third in the bottom of the first, looking to take the lead here before this opening inning wraps up. Again, Pirates just felt like an absolutely crucial comeback win last night, and it is amazing how 1 win or sometimes 1 loss can just kind of change your outlook on something completely. But it just, when that game was 6-1 last night, it's like, oh my gosh, Pirates just can't compete, can't match up here with the big boys, and then all of a sudden they just got 3 runs up, and then the big 3-run homer, and all of a sudden they
see the Dodgers look more
want to win it. Yeah, that helps. It'd be helpful if the Braves would look a little more mortal as well. It is amazing what Atlanta has been doing, but would love to see the Buccos take that third and final game of the series from the Dodgers. And
tonight, or is it
what was pretty fun seeing Otani and Skeens, and then Otani in back-to-back nights. Generational talents for sure. And again, what Otani is doing this year is, I mean,
every year he does, and every year we should.
I don't know. Well, but he doesn't do what he's doing.
I can't believe what he's doing, man. I can't believe what he's doing.
Well, yeah,
freaking believable what he does.
It is. The pitching this year, though, is truly absurd. What he is doing, at least to this point. Couple of things we will get into. I think we'll hold off on the Sorsby discussion until we take our bottom of the hour break. Actually, let's take the break here. We'll get into Sorsby and the reaction to it, and
I still can't believe you feel that way.
What all's going to occur moving down the road, because this one has obviously all kinds of ramifications, and I think some of them actually will end up being it's a weird way to get there, but I think it's going to lead to a much clearer, definitive vision of what college sports, what big-time college sports is going to look like moving forward. I think this is going to be the impetus for some folks that should have been doing things all along to actually get off of their butts and, all right, let's figure this thing out once and for all. We'll discuss that and much more on the other side of this time out. You are listening to the Lion Country Kia Goon and Ironhead show. Again, we are not at Quaker Steak and Lube, but you certainly can get down there and check out all of your favorite sports on the TVs located all throughout the establishment. Great food, great selection, wide variety of menu options. Cold beverages, and the best service staff in our area. Check them out, Quaker Steak and Lube, and we will be back there on Tuesday. Again, back after this break from Medler Field at Lebrano Park.
You look a bit nervous, eh?
Thierry, what's it like to stand in the FIFA World Cup stadium?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Just tell me. Come on.
It's not something that you can put into words.
Such a tease.
You can't rush it. You will find out when it's your time.
Thanks for the wisdom, coach. So, how much longer?
Now go and make history, my man. Here's the World Cup you've been waiting for.
Actually, the World Cup's been waiting for me.
That's the spirit. Just remember who drove you here.
Inspiring every step of the next legend. The official matchball carrier, proudly sponsored by Kia. Inspiration connects us all.
And all kinds of other tempting things. Great times, great food. Get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA, signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food. Get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed.
You look a bit nervous, eh?
Thierry, what's it like to stand in the FIFA World Cup stadium?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Just tell me. Come on.
It's not something that you can put into words.
Such a tease.
You can't rush it. You will find out when it's your time.
Thanks for the wisdom, coach. So, how much longer?
Now go and make history, my man. Here's the World Cup you've been waiting for.
Actually, the World Cup's been waiting for me.
That's the spirit. Just remember who drove you here.
Inspiring every step of the next legend. The official matchball carrier, proudly sponsored by Kia. Inspiration connects us all.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXX, once again, the Fox, your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America.
98.7, the Fox, State College.
Apologize for some of the technical difficulty there. Again, we are at Medler Field at Lebrano Park as Indiana and Holy Ghost Prep are playing for the PIAA State Baseball Championship 2-2 game in the top of the second now. And no outs. Indiana with a runner at third. And keep an eye on that game as we roll on here. Obviously, I will say just real quick, I know neither Goon or I follow the NBA much. It is wild what happened last night at Madison Square Garden, where the Spurs blew a 29-point lead and ended up succumbing to the New York Knicks, who now lead the best of 7 NBA Finals, 3-1. And obviously all of the talk show, was it more the Spurs blowing the lead? Was it more? It's always a combination, but I will say San Antonio, like, it is one thing to all right, you don't want to shut it down. But it is another to just be wild and reckless when you're up by 29. Like I get that, maybe you don't want to just completely run the clock down every trip up and all of that, but also maybe not throw up wild threes as quite as often as what the Spurs were doing. It was wild. I mean, hats off. The Knicks have come back a few times, including against the 76ers from big deficits. So I do think part of it is you do have to give credit to the Knicks for just, again, we were talking earlier, the good programs in any sport at any level. Gratitude is part of it. Part of it is just you put your head down and again you do the work. And I was just talking with somebody about in baseball, and we're again dealing with my kiddos team. It's 10 and 11-year-olds, so you do see emotions. I mean, kids are crying because they strike out. It's like, guys, like, it is baseball. Like, you are going to strike out many, many times, depending on how long you play this game, and the very best are going to do it on a somewhat regular or frequent basis.
Yeah.
So you can't, you just gotta, hey, learn from it, and next time up, we're going to go get them type of thing. And baseball in particular is one of those sports where if you just don't get too high when you have the hot bat or you make a great defensive play, and don't get too low if you make a couple of errors or you have a game where you strike out 3 or 4 times at the plate. It really is all about balance and keeping the mindset positive. And it's not easy to do. Baseball is the best sport to use because, again, even the most successful people are failing more often than they're succeeding in baseball, at least at the plate. And so, again, sometimes easier said than done, but having that positive approach each and every time up is a big deal. And, coaches, and that was the discussion, is that, at all levels, I think more and more coaches are looking for, all right, it is one thing to see how a player performs, right? And that's part of it. Obviously, you got to, hey, are you more often than not completing the passes if you're a quarterback, if you're a big slugger, when you get it, are you, powering the ball out there? All of those things. Performance is certainly part of it. But I do think, I think it's always been the case, but I think maybe even more so in the environment today, coaches are looking for the kids that, hey, when I'm not having a good game, but my team is having a good game, I'm not pouting about myself. I'm out there congratulating my teammates and pumping them up. Or if we're all having a tough day, are you the guy that is keeping that positive attitude and telling your team, hey, we got this, we'll be back. All of those things. I do think that the leadership component and just the, again, steady, hey, I'm going to be consistent and somebody that my coaches and teammates can rely on as being me, regardless of what the circumstances are. And it is a big deal. And I think that, baseball is probably the most difficult sport to do that in, because, again, you have one bad inning, it's like, oh, there goes the game. And then, well, you get a big inning back. Again, you look at the Pirates, they give up the 10 runs in the 7th on Tuesday night. It's like, oh my gosh, they fall behind 6-1, but they kept their heads, I was going to say down. That's not quite what I want to convey. Hey, yeah, they all put their heads down. That's the way you do it. But they just kept grinding away, and obviously ended up coming back. Thank you, Tyler Callahan, by the way. It is not often that you don't get your first major league home run to keep because it's lost. But that was the case with Callahan last night.
Where'd it go?
Into the river.
Oh,
yeah, he got hold of it.
Huh?
Yeah, he got hold of, for your first home run to go off of Shohei Ohtani and to not be able to put that on the mantle. It's a little bit of
somebody
a bummer.
got it right.
I don't know. I didn't. So I ended up flipping around a little bit. So I don't know for sure. It looked like it went into the river. That was one of the things I meant to follow up on. And then this morning kind of got away from us. So yeah, actually, I should do a little more research on that. I think it went into the river though, and I don't know if it was recovered or not. But anyway,
that's
so
his first home run.
First major league home run was off of Ohtani, and
amazing.
it was a blast over the right center field wall.
Now, who is this kid?
So, well, hopefully
a call up,
future star. Yeah, he ended up having the 3-run homer that gave them the lead then as well. Took
what
it
position?
The 6-4, 7-6 game. Outfield, I think, is what they're
he came up with Cruz
looking at. Yeah, they've got to make some. I will say they've got to get some things figured out with that lineup moving forward, getting some things defensively. It's wonderful to have offense, and obviously, as a Pirates fan, you're complaining about the offense last year. Now you're complaining. Wow, I'm complaining about the bullpen and the defense. It's just. I do know it's hard to get everything at the highest level and consistent, but anyways, so Pirates hopefully get a big win tonight against the Dodgers, close out that series, and then 2-4. I realize not great against the top two teams in the National League, but a heck of a lot better than 0-6, which is what the feeling kind of was. About midway through last night's game as to where this thing was headed. And so, again, not ideal. But I think if you can end that 6-game stretch with a couple of wins, again, all of a sudden the outlook becomes a little better. Hopefully they, get everybody back here in fairly short order and try to make a little more headway in the National League Central. Brewers did lose last night, so that helped a little bit anyway.
So the Phillies the other day beat the Padres.
Yeah. Well, that's what they do.
Times.
Yeah, that's what they do this year is beat the Padres,
so
as the Mad Turtle can tell you.
First, no,
he's not happy about it.
It was the fourth time in the history of the Philadelphia Phillies that they have swept a team of 6 games or more. Only the fourth time. Pop out. Catcher got it. That was the Phillies are the oldest singularly owned named team in professional sports. The Philadelphia Phillies are the oldest named team that stayed continuous. And they only beat a team 4 times. They only have it 4 times to win a season series to sweep the Mad Turtle.
Happy Mad Turtle. That is for sure.
What we do.
And now the Dodgers have started to pull away a bit, at least for the time being, in the National League West. Still a second and now 2 outs. And let's track a little bit. I know they've in the oh no, a little up the line.
Oh man, jeez.
5-2 now. Indiana with the lead. The emotions of baseball.
Yes, sir.
as we were just talking about. All right, I do want to get into the Brandon Sorsby thing. Everywhere you look, people are wringing their hands over this and trying to make Texas Tech out to be the bad guy. As the Texas Tech athletic director said, Texas Tech didn't go to bat on this guy's behalf. It was Sorsby who went to court against the NCAA, and the court has ruled in Sorsby's favor. And listen, Sorsby had a problem, had I think you would call it an addiction, and he was the one that came forward, sought help for it. Goon, you're telling me that having one guy play for a team that has not had a lot of success over the years in Texas Tech is somehow going to ruin college sports? I just think the courts have spoken. Everybody's got to live with it. If this guy gets the help he needs, turns it around, goes out there and has a productive season, good for him. If he can lead Texas Tech to a championship, good for them. That's what you're supposed to be here to support, the student athletes, right? That's what the when you sign up with a school, even if it's your third school in 3 years, you're signing up to be supported. And Texas Tech is just standing by their man, if you will, and helping them through some trying times, and hoping that on the other side of it, they will have great success, and that he will beat the addiction he had. And so, I don't know why everybody's getting worked up.
It's the right call by the NCAA, right? He's out there, and you're right. He solicited it himself. He didn't ask for Texas Tech's help, and they're just like, hey, whatever. Hey, you want to come play for us? You can. It's okayed.
Just in case it's not, I'm screwing around. I do like to try to look at the other side, at least when everybody is taking one side. This one is just so preposterous, though. And now, did you see the Texas Attorney General? Again, I was being facetious in my opening. I was just trying to, because everybody is stating the same thing, and as am I. Again, the whole thing about it is it'd be one thing if, oh, hey, how was I supposed to know that betting on sports is somehow it is?
No one talks.
I mean, is there anything more well known in all of sports than, hey, you can't bet on sports, and certainly you can't bet on your own team. And I read through what the one account of this. I'm still not sure I understand how the injunction is granted here on a rule set up by the governing organization. And certainly I have a lot of problems with the NCAA, but at the moment it is, at least in theory, the governing organization of college athletics. And what it seems has occurred here is the court has said, well, no, you can't enforce at least this particular rule. And I don't understand how that is even possible. Does this open the door if somebody else, like in the NFL, or does this only apply to the NCAA? Is there a loophole somewhere in the NCAA? I don't know the answer to that. It's bizarre to me. I do think moving forward, again, you are going to have, the lawyers are going to win big, as we've been talking about since day one. But on every student athlete's contract, and they are contracts now with the universities, there is going to be the stipulation, hey, I agree to this. And I have seen some, Texas Tech is basically saying, well, hey, their director put out the statement, hey, we didn't go to court, but we got to abide by it. And now the Texas Attorney General is telling the Big 12 Conference, which has gone quiet since Tuesday's meeting on this, that if they interfere, that they will be held liable. Now, I don't even know exactly what that means in this particular case. Again, you go to court. What does being held liable? even mean in that regard. Financially liable for again imposing a rule. And here's the thing: the rule is to protect the integrity of the sport, right? And universally, people agree that you can't have that. The Texas Tech athletic director also says that their role is basically to support the student athlete. Well, that's fine. You can support them without playing them, right? Like there are different levels of support, and there are different levels of transgressions. This is a major transgression when it comes to, again, the integrity of the sport. You can support the kid in that, hey, we will still invite you to take classes. We will be there to help you, maybe even to help finance some of the therapy or whatever it is that he needs to get to beat what sounds like a gambling addiction. But in this particular case, right, he broke the law.
Yeah.
Like he was not 21 at the time. So there is the matter of, hey, you actually aren't legally allowed to do what you did, not an NCAA rule, the law. And then secondly, again, this is a very common, well-known rule, and you broke it. I think it's great that you're getting help. I don't think that Sorsby's life should end because of this, but there needs to be significant punishment, and at the very least, sitting out a season, if not the ban from playing at least collegiately. And I genuinely just don't understand how a judge can just step in and say, nope, you can't enforce your rule on an athlete under your purview, especially when that individual broke the law as well. Like it makes no sense to me. And again, I know I'm not alone, and everybody else is pretty much stating the same thing. I was trying to have one in this case.
The integrity of the game is what's at stake. So
this
is how far. Think about this and how far we are from this. Forever, Las Vegas, that has been around, you can bet on anything you want.
Yep.
You know what you can't bet on in Las Vegas? You can't bet on an event that's taking place in the state of Nevada while in Las Vegas. So they knew back when gambling started that the integrity of the game is going to be at risk, at stake. And now you have all these online casino sites, online sports books. Heck, we have the Penn State Nittany Valley Casino at the Nittany Mall now. You can bet on any sport you want right now.
Yeah.
Anywhere, in any part of the country. So the integrity of the game is already being threatened that way. Like I said, Las Vegas would not take a bet on anything that was being competed on in the state of Nevada because they were worried about the integrity of the game. And now they have all these sports books and they're completely wide open, and there is zero integrity of the game right now.
Well, yeah. And listen, I mean, there's obviously a multitude of issues prior to this facing college athletics that everybody agrees need to get some sort of parameters put on them and some sort of clarity moving forward on what is or isn't permitted. I have to believe that the NCAA, and if not the NCAA, at least the conference commissioners, are going to get together with their legal teams and, all right, we have got to figure out how to write these rules so that they are enforceable by us. They are clearly known, and we get some semblance of, hey, this is still college athletics around it. And again, it's not going to be, I get that it's not going to be college athletics the way we knew it, the way we grew up with it. That is gone. And, I'm not even saying that's necessarily for the worse. It is going to be different, but you can't just keep having some players making millions and millions of dollars, some athletes on these campuses getting nothing, and expect this thing to work as everybody is still in big time college athletics. And again, I don't know what some of the answers are. I fear what some of the answers are with in some of this, with, again, I'm very worried that some of these sports are going to be eliminated as far as what we think of as D1 scholarship and now payment sports. How many sports just get eliminated from that category remains to be seen. More and more, I'm absolutely convinced that we are going to see much smaller, quote unquote, big time sports, if we see big time sports outside of football and basketball. I think it's going to be like, depending on the sport, 30 to 50 teams, 30 to 50 programs that'll be competing. And again, they're going to need to bring in some money to offset what they are taking away, to give themselves a chance anyways to continue to survive. Now, I think there's some possibilities out there of getting some money in from professional leagues and getting some additional advertising streams and all of that. If you're, hey, we have the 30 best college lacrosse programs, we have the 30 best wrestling programs, whatever it is, and we're building that up. I think that's one thing, but I think trying to do this across the board is just going to create more problems like what we've seen. And again, we kind of make fun about the NCAA constantly losing in court. I will say this one I didn't see coming, and this one I did think. I mean, I know the NCAA has been blindsided on stuff that they shouldn't have been blindsided by. This one, I'll give them a pass for being blindsided by, because this is just insane.
It's horrible. If this is the precedent that's going to be set, it's crazy, and it's a path that we do not want to be going down. That it's okay. I mean, Jeff, I just sit here and listen to you talking, and I'm just like thinking about the locker room and how much different it must be now than it was 30 years ago. I mean, do guys just openly talk about gambling? I mean, I listen to my nieces and nephews. Honest to God, I'll go to a family party, and that's what a lot of them talk about. A lot of them, younger kids, and they're into this or into that, and this is a parlay. I mean, I can't imagine what's going on in the locker room. I mean, the locker room in general must be completely different. I mean, guys have a lot of money, and they talk about. I mean, you got to be sitting there. We used to complain about, your Madden rating or whatever. Guys would complain about that. Now it's complaining. I can't believe the only thing I'm going to have 4 catches this weekend. And as a young kid, you're probably listening to a star player saying, "Oh, that's whack. I got more than 4 catches in me in this a week." And who's to say a young kid's not listening to that and saying, "Okay, well, so and so thinks he's going to do it. Let's put some." Couple dollars on there.
Yeah.
Crazy, man. It is an absolute, it's mayhem.
Well, and the thing is, if you can't enforce, like, what rule then can the NCAA enforce? Like, because I mean, this is directly related to the sports. We have players getting suspended because of like a DUI. Well, if they're not allowed to enforce this, how would you be able to enforce a student being suspended for a DUI or for, certainly for oversleeping a team meeting.
Yeah,
Or
missing a meeting, but
I mean,
that's not
it
as
just,
important.
I don't know. It just makes absolutely
Betting on
no
yourself
sense
for
to me.
the hundreds of thousands of dollars. Betting on your team isn't looked down upon that much anymore now.
I guess not. All right, we'll take a break here. Scott Walker with the State College Spikes on the other side of this timeout.
You look a bit nervous, hey?
Thierry, what's it like to stand in the FIFA World Cup stadium?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Just tell me. Come on.
It's not something that you can put into words.
Such a tease.
You can't rush it. You will find out when it's your time.
Thanks for the wisdom, coach. So, how much longer?
Now go and make history, my man. Here's the World Cup you've been waiting for.
Actually, the World Cup's been waiting for me.
That's the spirit. Just remember who drove you here.
Inspiring every step of the next legend. The official matchball carrier, proudly sponsored by Kia. Inspiration connects us all.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get too quick and steak and lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get too quick to steak and lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXS, the Fox, your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America.
98.7, the Fox, State College.
And back here at Medler Field at Lebrano Park as the PIAA State Baseball Championships continue. the stake, but
it's better you don't
joins
see me
us.
anyway.
Yeah. Good to see you, Mr. Walker.
Good to
How
see
are you
my
doing?
friend. Doing great. What a beautiful day for baseball.
It is about perfect, at least from a fan standpoint. Let breeze just helps keep everything nice
up
and
here
comfy.
in the air conditioning.
This is exceptionally nice. No doubt about it.
There,
State College Spikes season underway. The way things are set up now with the Spikes and again how things are going here in the early going from the operational perspective.
Team's 4-4, 500 ball club so far, but I think they're coming on. If you saw the ball game last night,
yeah,
only gave up 2 hit shutout. So that's pretty exciting. We kicked things off at home this past weekend, June 5, 6, 7. Had a good night. Our 6-7 promo on Sunday. It was really fun. Guess what the final score ended up being? We lost.
I saw that. It was
we lost.
It was 6-7.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, you can't make that.
Couldn't have scripted it any better.
Well,
that is
7-6.
Well, yeah, I guess from your
I think I would have taken that.
That probably would have been a little better in retrospect.
It happens. But no, we're fired up. We got a lot of fun promos coming up. We welcome Team Canada next week.
Do you?
Yeah, so half the league's playing Mexico and half the league's playing Canada. We got Team Canada, which we're thrilled about. We actually have 7 Canadians on our team.
Oh, that's very cool.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're gonna pay homage to some cool Canadian stuff. So Tuesday, we're gonna salute Canadian music.
I like it.
Wednesday, maple syrup. And then Thursday, just by complete coincidence, we're going to celebrate the Spikes 2025 MLB Draft League second place finish.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do a silver medal giveaway. So our friends up north in Canada, they might have recently got a silver medal.
I did take note of that. I like that.
In good jest.
That's fun stuff. Of course. Always fun at the ballpark over the summer. It really is a staple of the community. Hopefully everything gets ironed out here. Yes. Just talk a little bit about the park itself, because I know obviously it was last year, before last season, that the amenities were upgraded, and it is I mean, we're just looking here. Like, you couldn't ask for a better setting certainly for a high school baseball game. I'm not sure you could ask for a much better setting for a major league game if you came down to it. But I mean, really, with the mountain in the background and this, I mean, you look at what the crew does here in terms of maintaining this field. This is as good as it gets.
The ballpark's in great shape.
It's
Jeff.
unbelievable.
The new scoreboard and new lights went in before the 24 season. Same with the new field. There's been other stuff that's still been going on, behind the scenes with upgrades to the lighting on the concourse, some upgrades in the concessions areas, especially downstairs, the locker rooms and the new hydrotherapy room and all the amenities, for the players downstairs are second to none too. And then look at the place. It is beautiful.
It is. It's amazing.
It is a great place to come, especially for a ball game or any other event all year long. We host a ton.
You see it, obviously. You're dealing more directly. My kiddo is 10 now, and will be 11 here in a month. It is fun watching the game through the kids' perspective, and one of my favorite things when we come up to the Spikes games is watching the groups of kids that'll run around, and they're into it, and they're watching this and that, or they're sitting there with their dads, and why is that guy doing that? Why are they shifting over there? And as they start to pick up the nuances of the game. It feels like maybe baseball is going through a little bit of a renaissance here, both nationally and even in Pennsylvania. Obviously, it helps that the Pirates are playing more competitively, at least in the early stages of this season. But I don't know, are you seeing or feeling like, we're talking about the history here of Indiana a little bit before we went on the air, and Holy Ghost Prep in recent years. And obviously there's areas where, and Center County is one of those areas that has a very strong history with baseball, but it just feels like that more people are getting back into it. Nationally and locally.
Some of the rule changes that Major League Baseball has put into
place. Yeah, which I didn't like, and I gotta say,
I'm the same. I'm a baseball traditionalist. I grew up with none of that stuff. I'm a traditionalist, but from a fan standpoint,
No,
the interest in the game is there. It's good. It's
Yeah.
solid. You know, and it
and it has. It's made it better. I mean,
Yeah.
it has.
It really has. The games don't stretch out as long. Remember the Yankees Red Sox games in the early 2000s?
Oh, yeah.
Some of those games were 5-6 hours long.
Yeah.
You got Nomar Garcia Para stepping out of the box with his batting gloves. You know, so it's just the game is adapting to the way the world is these days. I mean, everybody's got one of these. You know, 10 seconds is our attention span.
It is.
But baseball is a great game. It's my it was my passion growing up as a kid, and I get to work in the industry every day, and I love it.
What let's talk about some of the other promotions coming up with the Spikes, and then I want to talk a little bit about having the high school championships here and kind of the unique opportunity there. But let's talk about some of the other bigger promotions, fun stuff coming up throughout the summer.
We got a 6-game set next week. So I mentioned Team Canada coming to town. It's first Bark in the Park night then on Friday.
Yep.
June 19th. We always try to line up with the 9s, K9s.
Yep.
So we got June 19th is the first one. July 9th, August 9th.
Yep.
Are the Bark in the Parks. June 20th. So you probably don't have this marked on your calendar, but June 20th of 2006 was the first ever Spikes game. And we have a game June 20th, 2026. So we're going to bring our friends back from the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Love it.
Who we spent a good deal of years with during our affiliated days, the Pirates and Cardinals. We got Buckomania coming.
Love it.
The Parrot, the Pierogies, the street teams, free T-shirts, all that stuff. So that'll be a blast.
That will be fun.
For sure.
Hopefully the Pirates can stay in it till then.
Where are they at now?
I think they're third place. I want to say there's 7 games out now after the Brewers lost last night, which helped to go with the Pirates comeback. So they're middle of the pack right now in the division, and
better than end of the pack.
Yes. And I will say at least having some power does help. It's just a little more enjoyable to watch, even though the bullpen has been agonizing, but
I hear you.
All right, let's talk a little bit about State College to me and Penn State and in this area just makes sense for PIAA state championships. I know some events across the sports arenas are at other venues, but a lot of them now are here. From the baseball perspective, this has to be a huge deal for these kids. Obviously, playing the state championship, but to do it in this facility, and for kids that are coming here for the first time to the State College area, maybe, or certainly to Midler Field, Lebrano Park, like this has to be pretty similar to what you would feel like if you were walking out at PNC Park, and just in terms of, man, this feels like a big time event the way a state championship should feel.
It's their Super Bowl. You know, it's kind
For
of my
sure.
analogy. You know, just if you stay after and watch the winning team after the game and what it's like watching them celebrate winning a state title, they're going to remember it for the rest of their lives.
No doubt.
Watch the number of pictures that they're taking on the field.
Yep.
So it's a really good indication of how much they care about it. And then watch the parents and all their friends trying to sneak onto the field too.
Yeah.
So some of our ushers are scattered around. The netting extension of the netting has really kind of helped curb.
Yes.
Because years ago, we would have family members, friends storm the field after the ball game. And we're trying to respectfully, tactfully get ready for the next ball game because there's 3 games each day. It's a delicate balance. But I love seeing the passion. And the loudest sporting events we ever have here are these 2 days of baseball games because these people are all from their hometown and they come here and they're very passionate and you can hear them.
Yeah.
Trust me, you can hear them. So it is great. You got softball over at Beard.
Yeah.
You got lacrosse Saturday. It's just a centralized hub, and we love working with the folks from the PIAAs. Mark Byers, no relation.
No relation.
But a great guy. We've been working with him for a long time.
No, he's
And
done a
Penn
great
State,
job.
The folks at Penn State are very involved. So we work well together, pulling off 2 days of hopefully just 2 days this year. Hopefully that weather doesn't impact us.
Yes, fingers crossed.
Yes,
certainly great getting through the afternoon here. Scott, how much planning for this goes from your end? Obviously, the PIAA's getting stuff lined up with medals and all of the things, but how much? How different is this, I guess, or is it different from getting ready for just a Spikes game or a Penn State game or whatever?
Not too much different.
Yeah.
the folks at Penn State do a lot of the legwork with the folks from the PIAAs, and we work very well together to make sure everybody's taken care of, both, the PIAA front office folks, the umpires, all the media folks coming to town. There's a lot of different moving parts, but we work very well together to get that done. And even the weather is something that we work together on, because I remember a few years ago, we did have to push a day back because you got teams coming from, could be the very corner of the state, so they don't want them to bus here 3-4 hours,
Right.
only to then either have to stay overnight.
Yeah.
It's an expense they haven't planned on, and it's different, I'll say, but it's no less, no more work than probably a Spikes game or a different event like July 4th.
Yeah.
When we host Fourth Fest, you better come to Fourth Fest this year.
Oh yeah. I think we're going to help the Mad Turtle is in scouting, and I think we're going to be parking cars this year as part of our scouting duties. So
yes, that's good.
Yes, it is good. We'll be up here and looking forward to it. I saw the Iron Man stuff set up. We're helping out with that on Sunday. And
you want to help deliver some of the packages
you're
getting in the office, because I ride out there to those guys out there and deliver
well, that is another thing that I don't know. I guess I think people are pretty well aware of, but I wonder sometimes. Obviously, we know State College Spikes. It's become a staple here of summer in the community. Penn State baseball before that. The number of applications that this park has and is used for,
yes.
I wonder if sometimes people understand just how we have the Coaches versus Cancer reception event, which is terrific. I helped out last year with the Alzheimer's walk, but the number of events that this facility gets used for, I wonder if I know you you have a very good handle on it, but it really is. I mean, it's a community resource in that regard.
Exactly. I think I counted last year between baseball games and other events, 116.
Is that right?
And that doesn't count all the practices and baseball camps too. So I'm pretty sure it was 116 in 2025.
There's
20 some Penn State baseball games. We have 41 Spikes games this year, 7 football Saturdays. But we're talking about PIAA's Fourth Fest. We host luncheons, we host receptions, dinners, walks, 5Ks.
Yep.
You name it, bring it. I'd love to get a wedding back. We even had a wedding back in like 15 years or so since we had a wedding. But anything, you name it, whatever event it is, there's a place to do it here.
Yeah, no, it is. It's just such a terrific venue, and again, it is fun watching. More fun when you have a team that's involved. Goon obviously again has a connection with the Holy Ghost Prep.
Always got a connection. Every year there's somebody.
When we had Bellefonte and Bald Eagle area, what was that 3 years ago?
2
years ago.
Yeah, 23 Bald Eagle and Bellefonte won state titles.
Yeah, which was in
their backyard.
Wild.
Amazing.
I mean, that was such a fun and amazing day. But as you said, for the teams that are involved in these kids, I mean, this is win or lose. I mean, it's a memory that's going to stick with you the rest of your life. And having, again, the opportunity to be up here and just see the crowd and the reactions, and then afterward, again, win or lose, they're just kind of taking in the scene. And obviously they've had successful seasons to get here, so even the losing team
really
hopefully takes a lot of pride.
Du Bois game tomorrow.
I
think the whole town's coming.
I think you are right. I know they are. Yes, big time.
And it's the Friday night game too.
Excited.
It couldn't have worked out any better. So.
Yeah, which is
remember the game last year that ended on a balk?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That might be one of the best baseball games I've ever seen.
And it brought to memory. It's so funny because I use that because I got to bring everything back to wrestling. But so Matt Brown, as Penn State fans know, won a national title on an illegal hold call. The kid from Pitt locked his hands illegally, and Casey Cunningham saw it. They challenged it, and I mean, it was clear on the video. And it's like, well, and at the time I said you dream of hitting the winning home run, but if it's a balk that gets you the win, you take the championship any way you get it. And I said, it's the same thing. You dream about pinning the guy, but you're trying to get a championship, and it's like, what do you? Yeah, it's the role that's the way it is. But I mean, that's exactly what I said. It's just like winning on a balk in baseball. And then I thought of that last year. It's like, oh my gosh,
it was in the 13th inning, and it was Friday the 13th.
Oh, I did not remember that part.
Yeah,
that is
because I remember we were sitting there watching it, and it was just every inning you're waiting on the edge of your seat.
Oh, it was as good
who was playing?
Drama.
I don't remember who was playing, but great game.
Drama is especially if you have no rooting interest.
Yes.
Then it's even more fun to sit back. If you have a rooting interest,
some things
it can be sheer agony. No doubt about it. Anything that you wanted to talk about that I'm not smart enough to ask you about?
You're smart enough to do anything, but I'll touch on one more couple promos.
Yeah.
There's a huge weekend in July, starting with Thursday the 23rd, Paint the Park Purple, and then Friday the 24th, Star Wars night, and I believe it'll be the first drone show in Center County.
Really?
So instead of fireworks that night, we're going to have our first drone show after the ball game.
Super cool.
Saturday, Paint the Park Pink, and Reggie might have watched Bluey. He might be past Bluey by now.
He did love it, but yeah,
Bluey,
we're out of that
Sunday,
phase.
July 26th, and
The
every
26th.
time I've seen Bluey appearances at other minor league ballparks, it is just packed.
I'm
looking forward to that.
I would think it'll be the case. We were. And actually, I think we still every now and then just we have it on in the background. It's one of those.
Reggie,
just me, just hanging out. Just gotta get my Bluey in. No, this is again always fun to be out at the ballpark. Wonderful to have it as part of summer once again in Center County. It is hard to believe 20 years have flown by.
If you forgot, there's two big 20s on each side of the field to remind you.
It's good to have reminders at my age of everything. Thank you, sir. We appreciate the time. Really cool to be here. We appreciate the hospitality as well. And we will take a break here. Goon and I will be back to wrap things up for our Thursday show, our only show this week, after this.
You look a bit nervous, hey?
Thierry, what's it like to stand in the FIFA World Cup stadium?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Just tell me. Come on.
It's not something that you can put into words.
Such a tease.
You can't rush it. You will find out when it's your time.
Thanks for the wisdom, coach. So, how much longer?
Now go and make history, my man. Here's the World Cup you've been waiting for.
Actually, the World Cup's been waiting for me.
That's the spirit. Just remember who drove you here.
Inspiring every step of the next legend. The official matchball carrier, proudly sponsored by Kia. Inspiration connects us all.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXX, once again, the Fox, your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America.
98.7, the Fox, State College.
And back once again here at Medler Field at Lebrano Park, and we are in the top of the fifth here with Indiana now leading Holy Ghost Prep 6-2. Indiana just went deep. A home run over the left field wall. Again, the wind is blowing out, but man, it was quite a poke. And that is, we're talking about the memories here of championship game. If Indiana does go on and win this thing, and again, up 6-2 here as we'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Holy Ghost Prep getting the third out of the inning. That is, even if they lose, I guess it would be a great memory having that home run, but all the better of a memory if they go on and get the victory here this afternoon. Southern Columbia beating Mercyhurst Prep in the AA championship game, which preceded this one. This is the 4A championship between Indiana and Holy Ghost Prep. Again, now 6-2 Indiana going to the bottom of the fifth for Holy Ghost Prep. And then tonight's game, or the late afternoon game today, 4:30 scheduled. Probably won't get underway quite right at 4:30, but Butler and the Chamonix will square off in the 6A championship. And then the schedule tomorrow has Doc Mennonite versus Eden Christian in the single A championship. That game will get underway at 10:30 tomorrow morning. Bermudian Springs will then play South Park. That'll be the 3A championship game scheduled for a 1:30 start, and then wrapping it up tomorrow, starting at 4:30, scheduled 4:30 start. The aforementioned Du Bois team, and there is little interest up there in Du Bois on the Beavers championship run. Du Bois will take on Greencastle Antrim, and I do think the stands are going to be pretty well filled for Du Bois in the 5A championship game, which will wrap up the tournament championship games tomorrow.
Scotty was right when Bald Eagle and Belfont played.
It was I got to do the.
It was as loud as I've ever
heard. It was fantastic. I got to do the PA that day. I forget exactly why they were dragging the bottom of the barrel, but I got to be up here.
The voice of Penn State wrestling
for those games, and it was an absolute blast. To do the PA and then to watch. I mean, it was wild. And the number of, obviously there's, a rivalry there between Bald Eagle area and Belfont, but, they're right next to each other. And to watch those two schools win back-to-back championships, and I am pretty confident I'm right about this. Bald Eagle area won its championship first, and then a good number of the players and families stuck around to watch Bellefonte ultimately win its championship as well. So it was just that was a really, really cool day for Center County. And yeah, 3 years ago, man, time time does fly by. But that was a very special opportunity that was capitalized on by Bald Eagle Area and Bellefonte. And then Bald Eagle Area went on and won back-to-back titles, one again in 2024.
This is a big week for me because, obviously my brother has a pretty successful program in Holy Gross, but my high school, LaSalle, they lost in the Chamonix the other night. They got upset, so they should have been here. They were projected to be here, all this and all that. And it's just crazy that my brother's team won on Monday. And then all of a sudden they're here Wednesday night. I mean, now you got to get your hotel plan, your dinner plans, your bus plans, your hotel plans. It's crazy. We did some of this work beforehand, get everything set up a little bit, make it a little bit easier. And everybody said so not everybody was rushing around. But it's good for the economy too. I mean, you bring up. I mean, how many of these guys? There's 6 teams playing today, 6 teams playing tomorrow. Times that by softball.
Yeah,
you're talking multiple groups of teenagers, who need to eat, who need hotel rooms, and it's always good. The teams that I'm looking at. I mean, how many have driven up here today? And probably Du Bois be the only one. I don't know of anybody else. I mean, some of those schools I haven't even heard of. Some of the names of those schools you just read.
Yeah, it is.
It's amazing.
Yes.
What I wanted to say was amazing is what is East and what is West? Because there really is no obviously the much bigger schools are in the Philadelphia area and Eastern PA. So
yeah,
I mean the other day, Holy Ghost Prep and LaSalle and the Chamonix are playing there. It's like. And then they're playing Archbishop Wood is considered a Western team, all this stuff and all that. It's really, really nuts, man.
Yeah, it is. It's and it is fun to see the way communities rally around their high school teams when they go on a championship run.
And that's why I really think that the football should break away and do multiple titles, boundary and non-boundary. Because you get a team like Indiana who goes against a Holy Ghost Prep who is a preparatory school, so they can get anybody, whoever wants to travel there, can get there.
Yeah.
Can go to school there.
Oh, that was a nice hit.
Poke right there. That's going to be Tree.
Yep.
There he goes. He's hustling, man.
Tell you what.
Let's go.
Man.
2 outs. Let's get him home. So... it's like Indiana has a great crowd here today. It doesn't look like it from here because that's the sun. But once you get people out of the sun and in the shade, it's packed.
Yeah,
it is wall to wall. So you gotta like it. You gotta love everybody from Indiana driving in today and supporting their town.
Yeah,
but you're watching a football game. Like if Indiana played like a Roman Catholic, a father judge out of Philadelphia, St. Joe's Prep or LaSalle, it's not even going to be a competition, and that's what a little bit drives you a little bit crazy. And, I always talk about my buddy Brad Jones at Black Hawk High School over in Beaver Falls. It's like you might have a once in a generation team, have 4 guys who, they're best friends, but you have 4 really good football players on a high school team. You're going to be a really good football team. And then, you have a great year, you're doing this, you're doing that, and then you go to play in the state title game against a private school from the Philadelphia area, and you lose by 60. It's like, what is worse? Is the taste worse in your mouth because you just got absolutely embarrassed, you lost by 60 points? Or, hey, we were there, we had a shot at it.
Yeah.
It's not right. I hope that they do fix it.
Holy Ghost Prep did get a run home. That is the 3rd time today. They have hit a sky-high fly ball that has just dropped between players. I think in this last one, the first baseman lost it in the sun there for Indiana. But 6-3 game now in the bottom
Look at the
of
Valley,
the 5th.
Jeffrey.
No, this
You're
is
right. What
this
Scott
setting.
said, this is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, this setting is as good as you're going to get in baseball. Period. Anywhere. It just is truly special that you get this opportunity, and hopefully they get everything worked out with. I don't really understand the Penn State dispute and saga here, but hopefully they get everything straightened out there, because this is too special of a thing, and
this is nice.
It complements everything else that this area offers too well.
I had a lot of family and friends in this town this last couple of days, so we're just sitting there talking. It was like how nice it is just to have. Like, hey, what do you want to do tonight?
Yeah,
it's so nice out. I don't want to sit inside.
Yep.
I don't want to sit there and watch, look at my phone, listening to the Phillies or watching the Phillies and this and that. I can do that when it's a rainy, dark day, or later at night.
And the thing is,
having somewhere to go is great.
Yeah, and it's an option. Like, you don't have to be a sports fan. You can have kids. You can just be, a single person coming in. You can be get the whole family or a whole group of friends, whatever. You can just come on up and make a night of it. Doesn't matter. Age or anything else. It's just it is. It's nice to have it as an option over the course of the summer. And again, it's as good a view as you're going to find in baseball anywhere. And Holy Ghost Prep trying to make some more noise here with two outs.
Come on.
Getting another single. So now runners at first and second with 2 away here and a 3-run deficit for Holy Ghost Prep. So tying run now coming to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. Again, high school baseball goes the 7 innings. So working our way toward the end of this 4A championship game at Medler Field at Lebrano Park.
What are you going this weekend, Ironhead?
Ironman on Sunday, which will be
what
fun.
You're working yet?
I don't know. I think I don't know if any of us know. I don't know if it's maybe we do. I don't. But I think it might just be that you go up and you get assigned, kind of like you can do with the Special Olympics, which we were out of scouting. We were out of town for Special Olympics, but that is also another absolutely wonderful event over the summer, and I've volunteered at those games many times. Again, we were out of town for a family wedding down in North Carolina, so did not get a chance to take that in at all this year. But that is another one of those events that it is impossible to go to that in any capacity, whether volunteering, whether just to take it in, whether to support somebody it is impossible to go to that event and not come away with a heart full of appreciation for the opportunities that sports can provide, and that is just become such a staple as well of the summer here in
I loved it.
Center
we
County.
did it all 5 years I was here for the summertime. We got involved with the Summer Olympics with the football program.
Yeah,
I don't know if they still are involved. Do you know? Or you said you were out of town, so I don't know if the football guys and other athletes are involved in that anymore.
Yeah, they still yeah.
They we would lead the teams out. They would each,
Yeah. No, it's special.
I led the Montgomery County guys out for 4 straight years. It was always a cool thing, being where you're from and stuff like that. And I don't know if I ever knew anybody in it at one point, but I knew people who were. I'd see them on each year, the volunteers and all, and that's who makes it work. I mean, those kids, I just absolutely love them. That's the goal and the highlight of their summers coming up here. And if you can make that even more special, and you don't feel like that doesn't make you feel all good inside, man, you got something wrong.
No doubt about that. Stanley Cup Finals, Goon, now even at 2 games apiece.
What a freaking series.
They'll be. I think they're going to be a little excited in Raleigh tonight. I expect that arena is not going to be stone quiet at the start of tonight's game. But yeah, it has been a very entertaining series.
Like you think you're putting guys out 4-0, and then boom, it's 4-4.
Yeah, no,
like
it's
just the resiliency of both teams.
Yep. Yeah, it is. Yeah, and then we're down to a best of 3 series now. Again, Carolina will host Game 5 tonight, and it has been what you would hope for a Stanley Cup Finals. Very lots of swings both ways, lots of really good hockey, and very competitive. And again, as somebody with absolutely zero rooting interest in it, it is fun to just take it in. And again, I tend to be I flip back and forth, so I catch a couple of minutes here, a couple of minutes there. It's like, whoa, wait, how did those 2 goals go up? And then you got to stick around and they see how things have played out. But it's been a very entertaining series to this point, and I suspect we're going to have 3 battles here, and I do think it'll go 7. 3 more battles between these 2 teams to decide the Stanley Cup champion here for 2026.
Pretty damn amazing, man. You know, you're a hockey fan or you're a fan of sports. That is some fun stuff that's been going on watching. You know, I was at a restaurant last night with the boys. So the Knicks Spurs were on. So it was just like we were just sitting there. We were all sitting there like it's honest to God. It was myself, Mike Maudie, and 2 of our friends that are Navy SEALs, my brother-in-law, my wife, another couple people, the SEALs kids. It was unbelievable. None of us enjoy, and we are all from different parts of the country. Not one of us enjoy watching the NBA. None of us.
Yeah, it's just
insane.
And I watched it. I mean, I'm not going to tell you I was any kind of an authority on it, but I mean, I watched it regularly growing up, and certainly, you know, in the Jordan era. And then I don't know. After that, it
turned into one. It was like they made Jordan a star, a god. I get it. I understand. But then it's like they were constantly looking to like promote the stars. You know, obviously the Magic Bird thing was a thing before. But then Jordan, and then it was like, who replaces Jordan? It was Kobe, Shaq, and it was all about them and Phil Jackson. And then I don't know if it's just the lack of physicality or the toughness that we had seen when we were growing up watching basketball games. I mean, honest to God, you were taught the guy comes into the lane and he's driving, you stop that drive. You got 5 fouls, use them. You know, and then you got nobody doing any of that type of stuff. There's no physicality. And, you know, and LeBron, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say he brought it into the league, but he sure as hell made it famous. And the flopping. I mean, that's World Cup soccer type flopping that some of those guys can do. And it just gets you a little, I mean, as a referee, you're sitting there, you see a guy throw his hands up in the air like he just got poked in the eye. You're going to make the call. You know, you may not have seen it, but you got to take the players like, okay, well, something happened there. No, he completely made it up. It was completely false. Oh, almost hit by a foul ball, Ironhead.
Almost doesn't count.
Yes, it does. I'll tell you what, man. You know, you got bad shoulders. When we were here one night, we were trying to throw a ball back onto the field. To throw it on we each had a baseball. We're trying to throw it onto the mound from up here. And my arm is so completely done. I didn't make it over the net. I was so ashamed. I almost had to throw the ball underhanded to get it over the net. That's how bad it is. It was bad. It was a bad one, Jeffrey. So you got Iron Man.
So
I'd love to know.
Yeah.
Like, You know that's turning into one of like the bigger ones in this country, right?
3 up and 3 down for Holy Ghost Prep. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Holy Ghost Prep. What are they? Do you know their nickname?
Geez, I forget. I don't know.
Couple more at bats for the Holy Ghost Prep squad to rally. Down 3, 6-3. Anyways,
great name, Holy Ghost Prep.
It is.
But like I said, they are now competing in the Philadelphia Catholic League. I think starting next year. That is a big thing for that school to get involved in the Catholic League and the tradition of the Philadelphia Catholic League, and it's pretty good. It's a nice get for the league and a nice get for Holy Ghost Prep.
World Cup, by the way, getting underway today. It is 1-0. See what I did? Mexico leading South Africa in the.
We got Paraguay tonight, right?
I think it's tomorrow night, right? USA opens up tomorrow.
Oh yeah,
night.
we open tomorrow night, but there are games on tonight, today and the night.
Yeah, I think
I do watch it. I mean, have we talked about this? I do enjoy watching the World Cup.
Yeah, like I said, I like any major sports event. Like I'll just So I'm not going to sit here and tell you I know much about it. I have friends that do know a whole lot about it.
The soccer friends,
but
that
I'll
I
get
have and you
into
have
it.
They get into
Oh
it.
yeah,
It's big.
Yep. No, they are.
I'm telling you,
all in.
some of the funniest thing I'm seeing right now are Europeans in the American South or like in the America. There's one crew of English people that are going through and they're like, waffle shop. It's unbelievable. And they're like, they're planning how many more waffle shops
I love it.
they can hit before they get out of the country.
Fantastic.
It's very, very good.
No, that's fun. I think I'm looking at the schedule here. Mexico, again, up 1-0 on South Africa.
I did catch your nil, by the way.
Yep. At half time, I think, did they just hit half? Yeah. Halftime there. South Korea and Czechia will play tonight. And then tomorrow it's Canada against Bosnia and Herzegovina. And then tomorrow night's game, 9:00 start. It'll be Team USA against Paraguay.
You know where that is?
I don't.
That's interesting to see where all the games are at.
I think, is that LA?
They're in America, Canada, and Mexico, right? They're in
I think
America.
the U.S. My gosh, where's the? Oh yeah, yep, Los Angeles Stadium, Inglewood, officially.
Do we know who's playing in Philly?
I do not.
I think I would know. I mean,
I can look up. There's probably just a Philly schedule, right? Yeah, they're all over the place, which is kind of neat too.
I agree with that. And the final is going to be in the Meadowlands, right?
Yes.
You know what pisses me off, Jeff? Is that the World Cup players would not play on artificial turf. So they took all the artificial turf out of the Meadowlands and put this beautiful grass turf in there. But they won't keep it there for the NFL players.
Nope,
Someone
because they're
explain that.
expendable.
Somebody explain that to me.
You can't. Well, in a way that makes sense, or because there isn't. I think the first game. Let's see. First game in Philly is Sunday, and Ecuador against I don't even know what this country is. Cote d'Ivoire. I don't even know what that is. You tell me what that is. COTE dash D IVOIRE.
Yep,
It's a new one on me. And then Brazil and Haiti will square off on June 19th, a week from tomorrow. Yep.
So
This is just the
Brazilians are coming
Philly
to
schedule.
Philly. That's nice.
And then the 22nd, a week from Monday, it'll be France and Iraq. Curacao against the aforementioned CD country. Croatia and Ghana on June 27th. And then, yeah, I
That's
think
cool,
that's,
man.
yeah.
So they have up to the round of 16, and then they're done, and then they go over them from there to the big stadiums.
Yeah.
There we go. Leadoff walk.
Yeah, they'll host the last event in Philly will be on July 4th, and it'll be a round of 16.
Is it
match?
Is it France versus Britain, and they play for our scraps?
That would seem appropriate.
That's what I say.
It's a to be determined by the early play.
What is the Holy Ghost prep? Firebirds. That's what it is.
Time for the Firebirds to
go. The Firebirds.
Bottom of the 6th, down 3.
Leadoff walk, Maryland
This
first.
is where dreams are made.
This is what it's all about.
It is. That is just going to about do it for our show here this
I like
afternoon.
doing shows out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it is fun
so
every
much
now
ADD
and then.
stuff that happened to me.
It is fun to we do love Quaker Steak and Lube, though, and would encourage you, whether you're a Stanley Cup fan, NBA fan, ready for the World Cup, all of it will be on the screens, baseball, all of your favorite sports on the many TVs located all throughout the establishment. Again, a huge thank you to Quaker Steak and Lube, a partner of ours from the onset here, and we appreciate them allowing us to do the show occasionally elsewhere. And we want to give a big shout out to them because we do love having that as our standard home for our Tuesday and Thursday afternoon forays. And that is where we will be on Tuesday when we return. Until then, be good and be safe.
You look a bit nervous, eh?
Thierry, what's it like to stand in the FIFA World Cup stadium?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Just tell me. Come on.
It's not something that you can put into words.
Such a tease.
You can't rush it. You will find out when it's your time.
Thanks for the wisdom, coach. So, how much longer?
Now go and make history, my man. Here's the World Cup you've been waiting for.
Actually, the World Cup's been waiting for me.
That's the spirit. Just remember who drove you here.
Inspiring every step of the next legend. The official matchball carrier, proudly sponsored by Kia. Inspiration connects us all.
If you love wings, if you love rings, and all kinds of other tempting things, great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
Get our Best Wings USA signature sauces, mouth-watering appetizers, or any of our delicious award-winning lube favorites.
Great times, great food, get to Quaker Steak and Lube.
I'm the Modelo Recruiter, and I'm looking for fans with good hands and great speed. The ones who stay focused and never miss a play. They go the distance on game day, even when their team is away. I'm always watching, always looking to reward more full-time fans. Because football isn't really football without you.
Lusk & Associates Sotheby's International Realty proudly presents the introduction of our new State College office at 314 South Borough Street in State College. At Sotheby's International Realty, we advertise locally, nationally, and internationally, bringing the best of advertising and promotion to each and every one of our properties, big or small. Call now.
A lot has changed about State College. One thing that hasn't is W.C. Clark's Coffee Roasters on 234 East Calder Way. 30 different varieties of specialty coffee beans sourced from over 25 countries and roasted with love each morning in Happy Valley for over 45 years. They'll ship their fresh roasted coffee from their doorstep to yours. Order online at statecollegecoffee.com. That's statecollegecoffee.com.
Hi, welcome to Timberland Federal Credit Union, a financial cooperative for its members, tracing all the way back to 1973.
Experience Timberland Federal Credit Union, where you're greeted with a smile and financial solutions are tailored to your unique life journey. Here, we're not just financial professionals, we're your neighbors, people invested in your financial needs, literacy, and empowerment. Your dreams matter to us, whether they're about buying a home, growing a nest egg, or embarking on new adventures. TFCU draws from the past and invests in the future, offering modern tools like online banking to give you the freedom to manage your money practically anytime. Additionally, we're passionate about giving back both time and resources because enhancing our community is at the core of why we're here. Visit TFCU in person or online to learn more about our services and apply for a membership today.
WFXS, once again, the Fox, your sports radio.
Broadcasting live, loud and proud from Central PA's Sports Authority, WFXS America.
98.7, the Fox State College.